I have a little message here, but while I'm starting on this, if you have any prayer requests, write them down on this card, and I'll ask again when I get done here. I think the cards are in the back if you need it. Okay. You can start turning to Psalm 145. I'll get to that in a minute. But I'm going to talk about prayer. Prayers are really the only avenue that we have to talk to God and to communicate with God. Obviously, it's we have access to the Father 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In fact, the only time we're not in the presence of God and we're not communicating is when we turn it off or we choose not to. And we all know the struggles of that in the life of, struggles and challenges, and our mind wanders, but we have access all the time. And we really got to work on, I guess, our communication and our integration in our whole life picture on how we integrate them in our lives. Last time I talked a little bit about prayer when times are good, or how when times are bad when times are good, sometimes it's hard to, praise because things are good. We're not thinking about it. Everything's happy and finances are good and we're not struggling. We really reach out for help when things are bad, but there's so much more to our prayer life than just asking for help. So today I want to just encourage us, really when times are good, to just think about what we can say and how we can pray. And we're going to talk about adoration today. Well, no, we're not going to talk about it because I'm almost done talking. I'm going to give you an example of a prayer or praise of adoration, showing a deep love and respect for the Father. And to do that, there's no one better to give us that example, and that's in the Psalms, or in the Psalm written by David. And really, it's a psalm of praise or adoration. And I'm going to read Psalm 145. Psalm 145. I will extol thee, my God, O King. I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day I will bless thee. The Lord is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and great in loving kindness. The Lord is good to all, and his mercies are over all his works. All thy works shall give thanks to thee, O Lord, and thy godly ones shall bless thee. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom and talk of thy power, to make known to the sons of men thy mighty acts, and the glory of majesty of thy kingdom. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion endures throughout all generations. The Lord sustains all who fall and raises up all who are bowed down. The eyes of all look to thee, and thou dost give them their food in due time. Thou dost open thy hand, and dost satisfy the desire of every living thing. The Lord is righteous in all his ways, and kind in all his deeds. The Lord is near to all who call upon him, to all who call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of those who fear him. He will also hear the cry and will save them. The Lord keeps all who love him, but all the wicked he will destroy. My mouth will speak the praise of the Lord, and all flesh will bless his holy name forever and ever. Great example of praise and adoration, not asking for things out of selfishness, but just recognizing that he is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and just nothing more than recognizing that. And that's important for us to think. And it's a good time to think about that about stuff like that when times are good, because they're good for a reason, and we just need to think about that. Does anybody have any more prayer cards? Okay, so we have a few things of, well, thanks and praise here. Leroy is ill, so prayers for him to get better. Prayers for the 40 Days of Life movement, which is a pro-life movement, and for the current legislative session that we can text of prayer chain, and we really appreciate that. Everything went well, so we appreciate the prayers of the church for that, and baby and mom and everybody's doing great, so we just thank you for the prayers through that. Thanks and praise for Elijah's floor work, Jesse's wall tear out, and thanks and praise for Stephen Marion's cleanup. So it looks really good down there with a little bit more work to do, it looks like, but we're really thankful and for all that to get done downstairs. And let's see, we got a prayer for Rick and Jasmine's kids as they're sick, so prayers for them to get better.